Hello there, this is Suryansh from Holesail.io, and in this video we will talk about Wholesale version 1.6.1. This is a major release with changes in how the connection system works. In Wholesale version 1.6.1, all the connections are private by default, and we no longer use the terms connectors or keys. Instead, we have replaced them with connection string, and the Wholesale Go app and the terminal will automatically identify if you are using a private connection string or a public connection string. We will talk about what is a private connection string and a public connection string further in this video. So now say I do wholesale live 8000. My connection will start on a private connection string. Now this is what we used to call a connector in previous versions, previous to version 1.6.1, and connections were custom. That means user would have to set them up, but for security reasons and to prevent confusion, we have enabled random connectors that are now by default. Also, you should treat your connection strings how you would treat your SSH keys. Do not share it with anyone else you do not trust, because if they use your connection string to start a connection themselves, they will actually overtake your existing connection. So this is like a private key, an SSH key that you should not share. Hence the name private connection string. Now, if you want to share this connection with a third party, all you need to do is pass the public parameter, and you will get a public connection string. This string can be shared with anyone. However, if there is something important or private running on the server, then it is your responsibility to password protect it, how you would do on a normal server and a domain. You can compare public connection strings to domains and private connection strings to SSH keys. Now, the next important thing is the QR code. QR code support has arrived on Android, and it will arrive on iOS in a day or two. And you will be able to directly scan a QR code and connect. Along, doesn't matter if it is a private connection string or a public connection string. Now, another thing we have in version 1.6.1, the major thing is an introduction of a file manager. Say I want to start a file manager in the current directory, I would do wholesale dash dash file manager. It is basically starting a, it's just like starting a normal wholesale connection. You do dash dash file manager, and it will start a file manager in your current directory that you can access using this connection string. So now if on another terminal I do wholesale this, and yeah, so as you can see, I am able to view all of my files, enter directories, and download stuff. There are buttons to download. I can enter directory, can go back, pretty much, yeah. And file manager also has support for custom username and password. Say I do username supersu, password wholesale. And now if I connect to it, oops, it will prompt me for a password. Username supersu, password is wholesale, and I'm logged in. Okay, another thing is, since now there is no concept of connectors but private connection strings which are available by default. In case you want to use a custom private connection string, you can still use the old connector method. All you need to do is wholesale dash dash live, or let me do it with file manager. The option stays the same. The file manager is just an additional parameter that expect a path. If no path is given, like user slash supershoe, it will start a file manager in the current directory. Now, if I do wholesale file manager dash dash connector this is my connector. Okay, I will get an error that says that connector has to be greater than 32 characters for security purposes. So I have made this default length for connectors, default minimum length for connectors, that they cannot be less than 32 characters. However, if you use force parameter, hold on, dash dash force, the force parameter, you can still use smaller connectors and connect to them. Now, if I do wholesale, I will get a prompt admin. Admin is the default username and password for the file manager. Here we go. Amazing. Now the file manager also has roles. Wholesale dash dash file manager dash dash role. It can be admin or a user. User can basically view all the folders, all the files, download stuff, but they cannot create anything in the directory. But an admin can do so. And by the way, your roles, username, and password information is shown here. So in another terminal, if I connect to this connection string, I will get the directory along with the option to create a hold on. Okay, so now if I do wholesale dash dash file manager dash dash role admin and then connect to it in a different terminal, wholesale connect, I will get a directory along with an option to create a file. Let's call it supersuit test in the current directory. Yes, supersuit test. Okay, here it is the folder. And if you want to create a file, there is an option to create a file. Now I have also changed the help command and made it in-depth guide for wholesale covering all the options, all the use cases. So let's go over this as well. First of all, we have the help command to display this help message. Then we have the version. And if you want to start a wholesale server quickly, just do wholesale dash dash live port number, then the host. And if you want to start in public mode, just do dash dash public, and then everything basically here. Just go them yourself. Let me see if I have missed anything. Okay, yeah, that's basically it. There isn't anything else that I need to cover. So keep selling and have a good day. Bye bye.